Sanhedrin, page 105. We are 7 lines from the top of the page. Since we talk about the 3 important kings that reign over the Jewish people during the first temple, and they said that they are so wicked that there is no share in the world to come, here they brings a lot of sources via negativa to teach people what happened when people behave in a certain way and the results. So we start from the quote of book of Yirmiyah, chapter 8, verse 5. מדוע שובבה העם הזה ירושלים משובה ניצחת? So שובבה, it's the root for that is the לשוב, meaning the way here it's used via negativa. Instead of returning to God, they go the other way around. But literally, it's the translated, why is the people of Yerushalayim slid back in perpetual backsliding? So, אמר רב תשובה ניצחת השיבה כנסת ישראל לנביא. They give the very good, convincing response. The Knesset Israel, the congregation of Am Israel, answered to the prophet. אמר להם נביא לישראל חזרו בתשובה. The prophet said to the Jewish people, return, do teshuvah, return. אבותיכם שחטאו היכן הם? Your ancestors that sinned, where are they? אמרו לו ונביאכם שלא חטאו היכן הם? You see, the prophet that not sin, they passed away. So it means for people not believe in the afterlife, they interpreted Marsha said it's like there's no punishment and reward. And the implication is from the book of Zechariah. The prophet Zechariah in chapter 1 said, שנאמר אבותיכם אייהם והנביאים לעולם יחיו. It's the Rabbeinu David Kimchi interpreted with the question mark. You, Father, where are they? And the prophets, do they live forever? So the prophet responds to the Jewish people, אמר להן אבותיכם חזרו והודו שנאמר את דבריי וחוקי אשר ציוויתי את עבדי הנביאים. Says that you ancestors reconsider their deeds and did the teshuvah and concede to the admonition of the prophets were fulfilled, and they bring the source. So that's basically the back and forth between the Nevi'im and Am Israel. That's the implication that the prophet Yirmiyahu tried to bring. Ever hear derivative? I heard it once. It was the great Sava of Slobodka. It was a great rabbi in the Lithuanian world. So one of the yeshiva students argued with him just before World War II. And he said, look at the Germans, how soft they are, how great they are, how they're well manners, well educated, well cultural. And the rabbi of Slobodka, the Saba of Slobodka, said to him, don't take it like that, don't believe in them, don't see it that way. And he says, why? They are so high cultural oriented, they're so exact, they are so respected. The war began. And unfortunately, the first thing that student encountered with the Saba of Slobodka, that he survived a death camp, but one of his hand was cut. And he described to Saba of Slobodka how when the Nazi did it to him, how the man that looked soft-spoken and nice guy just did it to him with a big smile. So he said, I apologize for arguing or misunderstanding what the Saba of Slobodka told me in his manner of prophecy. And it's very similar to what the Navi tried to tell people. Shmuel said that this tshuva nitzachah, this convincing answer, באו 10 בני אדם וישבו לפניו. So basically it's like 10 people come and sit before the prophet. אמר להם, חזרו בתשובה. He said to them, go and return and do תשובה. אמרו לו, עבד שמחרו רבו ואישה שגרשה בעלה, כלום יש לזה על זה כלום? Since the Almighty, this is using a euphemism, but the idea is that the Almighty sold us to the evil Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and he basically expelled us. So in a way, we don't feel that we are part of God's domain, God acquisition, and he cannot require us to return to him. אמר לו הקדוש ברוך הוא לנביא, לך אמור להם, איזה ספר כריתות עמכם אשר שלחתי היום ממין הושע שמכרתי אתכם לו, הן בעוונותיכם נמכרתם בפשעכם שולחה עמכם. Which means that it's not a permanent divorce in our language of euphemism. The whole idea of giving them to Nebuchadnezzar, it was kind of temporarily sell, because God is not the one who have a creditors, like a lender and a borrower, that he goes and they need to pay debt, because God have everything. So it's like a husband wife, and that's you see a lot of rabbinic literature that imply husband and wife, like Song of Songs, that Marsha explained that is like a master wants to see his servant walking better, so he give him away, so he appreciate when he take him back. So if the Jewish people make teshuvah, he will have them return. והיינו דאמר יש לקיש, מה דכתיב דוד עבדי נבוכדנצר עבדי? I said Nebuchadnezzar, my servant, is a wicked man. It's the same as King David. So it's not because they are similar. גלוי וידוע לפני מי שאמר והעולם שעבדים ישראל לומר כך. Because the Almighty knew that the Jewish people are going to say, die. God gave up on us. He sold us to our enemies, and that's it. You have nothing to do with us. לפיכך הקדים הקדוש ברוך הוא וקראו עבדו. Because God called him servant, because he should say, עבד שקנה נכסים, עבד למי הוא נכסים למי. When a servant purchases an estate, to whom it belongs. Because מה שקנה עבד, קנה רבו. Whatever he purchased, it belonged to his master. So here, the prophet Yechezkel, Ezekiel, said, והעולה על רחם היה לא תהיה. Some, unfortunately, of our people said, oh, we'll be like everyone else, we'll be like idol worshippers, we'll behave like everyone else. So God said, whatever you have in your mind, והעולה על רחם, and what comes into your mind, shall never come to be. Meaning, אשר אתם אומרים, נהיה כגויים, כמשפחות הארצות, לשרת עץ ואבן, חי אנינו עם השם אלוקים, אם לא ביד חזקה ובזרוע נטויה וחמה שפוכה, אמלוך עליכם. It's a strong statement. So I just read the translation the way it is. So like God said, you may say that we will be like all the other nations, like the families of the countries, to serve wood and stones, as I live, says the Lord God, surely with mighty hand and an outstretched arm, and with wrath poured out, will I rule over you. So it's again, that's the idea that it not forsake us. אמר רב נחמן, כל כי היי ריתך לרתח רחמן עלן ולפרוקתן, which means that I wish that let the merciful one become wrathful at us with all that wrath and redeem us. And that's what Isaiah said in chapter 28, verse 26, ויסרו למשפט אלוקיו יורנו. Which means Rashi explained that God sent those prophets to open our hearts and our eyes and chastise in judgment. His God will instruct him. אמר רבא בר חנה או בר כהנא, אמר להם נביא לישראל חזרו בתשובה. The prophet said to the Jewish people, go and return, be a penitent. אמרו לו אין לנו יכולים, יצר הרע שולט בנו. He said, we can't do it because we have the evil inclination control us. Amar lahem, he said to them, Yasru yitzrechem, chastise your inclinations. So Amru lo Elohav yorenu. They said to him, his God will instruct him, which is the Almighty should instruct the evil inclination to allow us to overcome him, as we are incapable of doing so by our own. So the Yad Rama argue if that's a acceptable claim or not. 4 עדותות בלעם ודואג ואחיתופל וגיא חזי. which is the Mishnah mentioned 4 a prominent commoners that have no share in the world to come. Bil'am, Doeg, Achitofel, Geichazi. Go to the list one by one. Bil'am, it's like saying Bil'am, it's below Am. Below Am, without a nation, or one who has no share in the world to come with the Jewish people. So because he went to another nation like Balak, that's the way Maharsha explained. And then he said, Davar acher Bil'am shebila'am. Another one that it's Bil'am, that it's like wore down the Jewish people. Caused so much death, like 24,000 of the Jewish people by the end of Parashat Balak, early Piנחas, is a description. Ben Be'or sheba al Be'ir, that he engaged in bestiality. It's a well-known statement that he have relation with his she donkey. So that's the Ben Be'ilat Be'ema, that's the Yad Ramah. The Rif challenged us, he said that that's the only source. Anyway, Tana hu Be'or hu Kushan Rish Atayim hu Lavana ha'arami. באור שבא על בעיר קושן רשתיים דאבד 2 רשיות בישראל, אחת בימי יעקב ואחת בימי שפוט הפשטים, ומה שמו לבן הארמי שמו. So obviously there's a lot to say that if you go and say that it's all the same person, it's the person survived from the time of the ancestors, the Avot, until Yoshua, 500 years. It's a hard, it's the Yavetz and others that challenge that. Most of the Mefarshim say that it's especially those who follow the Kabbalah way, it's not the literal. Et Yosef bring a pirush called Zikukin de Nura al Tana de Eliyahu, that it's a gilgul that is a transmigration of each other. You see it in the response Shelot Tshuvot Divrei Yatziv in Orach Chaim Reish Pei Bet. You see the Ben Ishchai, the Ben Yoedai bring the Arizal, that the same root, the same Shoresh. Yavetz challenge that. Anyway, because it's hard to believe that it's one person for 500 years, the same entity. כתיב בן באור וכתיב בנו באור. אמר רבי יוחנן, אביו בנו הוא לא בנביאות, which means Bil'am was greatest in a level of prophecy than his father באור. Bil'am הוא דלא לעלמא דעתי. Bil'am is the one who is not a be in the world to come. Ha'acharinei atu. So you have here a notion that said that other non-Jews have a share in the world to come. מתניתין מני, רבי יהושע ידתניא, רבי אליעזר אומר, ישובו רשעים לשאול כל גויים שכחי אלוהים, ישובו רשעים לשאול פושעי ישראל, כל גויים שכחי אלוהים, אלא פושעי עובדי כוכבים. Which means that he said that all those evil applies to evil both Jews and idolater, that not see world to come. דברי רבי אליעזר, אמר לו רבי יהושע, וכי נאמר ככל הגויים, אבל לא נאמר אלא כל גויים שכחי אלוהים, אלא ישובו רשעים לשאול, מה עניינו? כל גויים שכחי אלוהים. But he meant to say that righteous non-Jew have a portion in the world to come. And there is a source, Rashi said, from Isaiah 61 that said, ועמדו זרים וראו צונכם ובני נכר עיקרכם וחורמכם. So there is a Rambam who said in הלכות תשובה chapter 3, חסידי אומות העולם, righteous non-Jews, they have a share in the world to come. And the Bet Yosef in Yored Ashin Samar Zayin brings that any non-Jew that observed the 7 Noachide laws, and he recognized the sacredness of Torah and the monotheism of one God, etc., have a share in the world to come. Anyway, ואף אותו רשע נתן סימן בעצמו. בלעם, he brought provide a sign regard to himself. אמר תמות נפשי מות ישרים. He said in the book of Numbers chapter 23, let me die the death of the righteous, and let me end be like his. So he said, אם תמות נפשי מות ישרים תהיה אחריתי כמוהו, וימלא ואינני הולך לעמי. He said, if I die a death of the righteous by natural causes, my end will be like this. I will receive a share in the world to come like the Jewish people. And if I do not die by normal causes, so he said, I'll go to my people, which is to my faith. Fate will be that of the rest of the wicked people in my generation with no share in the world to come. Now, several drashot from the story of Bilam, book of Bamidbar, chapter 22, verse 7. So at that instigation and the time that Balak called upon Bilam to go and curse the Jewish people, so they said, Va'elchu ziknei Moab ve'ziknei Midian. So they said that the elders of Moab and the elder of Midian set out with their divinations in their hands, and they came to Bilam. Tana, we learn in the Braita, Midian and Moab lo היה להם shalom me'olam. They said that they never have peace between them. You see a source in the book of Bereshit, chapter 36, Hadad ben Bedad amaket Midian bisde Moab, which means that they fight for generations. But because they have a great trepidation over the Jewish people, they, by force of circumstance, make peace between them. משל לשני כלבים שהיו בעדר והיו צהובין. You bring a parable to two dogs who are in a flock and they are hostile to one another. Rashi said that when a person angry is yellow. That's the idea of צהובים. Others, Torat Mimah, Rashash, and others said that that's a person changes face when he's angry. והיו צהובים זה לזה, בא זאב על האחד, אמר אחד, אם אני עוזרו היום הורג אותו, למחר בא אליי. הלכו שניהם והרגו את הזאב. So basically it's a wolf came and attacked one. So the brother said, if I'm not helping today, he kills him, and tomorrow he comes and attack me. So they both went and killed the wolf. So Moab and Midian joined together to face the potential common threat, which is the Jewish people. אמר רב פאפא היינו דאמרי אינשה, this is what people said, קרקושטה ושונרה עבדו הילולה מתרבה דבישגדה. He said that the cat in the wedding and a whistle made a wedding from the fat of the luckless, which means despite the terrible hatred of one another, they joined together for their mutual benefit at the expense of the third party. Remind me a little bit of Chad Gadia. Anyway, וישבו שרי מואב עם בלעם, ושרי מדיין להיכן הזול, כיוון שאמר להם לינו פה הלילה והשיבות אתכם דבר, אמרו, כלום יש אב ששונא את בנו. So they figure out that since Am Yisrael called the sons of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, they said in the book of Shemot chapter 4, so it can be that God going to allow that. So certainly God will help the Jewish people they failed. So that's the reason why they departed. אמר רב נחמן, חוצפה אפילו כלפי שמיא מהני. He said, impudence is effective even toward heaven. How so? מעיקר כתיב לא תלך עמם ולבסוף כתיב קום לך איתם. Originally they said that God said to Bilam, don't go with them. And ultimately, after Bilam was so persistent and perseveringly asked that he wants to go, so they said, rise up and go with them. So even it's in a way against God's will, he let him do that. In a way, even via negativa, Chidushei Agadot said, it happens when a person persistently wants something. אמר רב ששת חוצפתה מלכותה בלא תגאי. So he said that this is not just outrageous, but it's impudent, is monarchy without a crown, as it is an assertion of leadership and lack only the official coronation as king. Because the pasuk said, דכתיב, ואנוכי היום רך ומשוח מלך, ואנשים האלה בני צרויה קשים ממני. אמר רבי יוחנן, בלעם חיגר ברגלו אחת היה. So Bilam was disabled in one of his legs. שנאמר וילך שפי, which means he was limping. He went with limping. שמשון בשתי רגליו, שנאמר שפיפון על הרוח הנושך רגבי סוס. So they said the pasuk that it's like an adder in the path of bites of the horse. So Rabbi Yochanan interpret shfifon as the plural for shefi, which is disability in both legs. Itmar Marzutra Amar Kosem Ba'amato Haya. So he said his divinity by using his penis. Mar Bred Ravina Amar Shebal Atuno. Again, the same story. Mar, son of Ravina, said that he have relation with his she donkey. Man de Amar Kusem Bamato Haya Kede Amaran. So as we said earlier, Man de Amar Baal Atuno Haya, that he was a bestiality with his donkey, is derived from the following statement, Book of Bamidbar, Book of Numbers, chapter 4. Ktivacha nofel uchtiv atam ben raglea. They say that he crouches and lay down, and they have a similar words, kara, shachav, nafal. And he said that when the story of Yael, in the book of Judges, chapter 5, verse 27, they said, between her leg, kara, nafal, shachav, the same word, he sank, he fell, and he lays. So you see here, as the same way between Sisra and Yael, use the same Bil'am and his she donkey. Page 105, the story in short is in the book of Judges chapter 4, how it was a huge war between Yavin, king of Canaan, and the army of Israel. Sisra was a minister of war, of defense of the Canaan. He went to Yael from Chever HaKeni, and she brought him to a tent, she gave him milk, he fell asleep, and then she killed him. V'yodea da'at elyon, they said about Bil'am that he knows the knowledge of the Most High. Hashta da'at be'emto lo ha'v'yada da'at elyon ma'av'yada, he doesn't know the animal, how he knows God. Da'amr la ma'yitam ala rachav tzusaya, amar lu sh'day lu beritiva. Amr la lo anochi atonecha, lit'i na be'alma. אשר רכבת עליי אקראי בעלמא, מודך עד היום הזה. ולא יודע שאני עושה לך מעשה אישות בלילה, כתיבה לך עסקן הסכנתי, וכתיבה אתם, ותהי לא סוכנת. So have the same words. אלא מאי ויודע את דעת עליון. What does that mean? He said that he knows the knowledge of the Most High. Is it possible that he knew the knowledge of the Most High? שהיה יודע לכוון באותה שעה שהקדוש ברוך הוא כועס בה. He was so a horrible evil that he know that those second that God angry. And he could curse at that moment, and the curse was effective. This is a well-known statement in the book of Micha, chapter 6. The Micha remind people of the terrible behavior and crisis, and he said, עמי זכור נא מה יעץ בלק מלך מואב ומענה אותו בלעם בן בעור מן השתים עד הגלגל למען דעת צדקות השם. מאי למען דעת צדקות השם, אמר להם הקדוש ברוך הוא לישראל, דעו כמה צדקות עשיתי עמכם. The Almighty said, look how many acts of kindness I perform on your behalf. שלא כעסתי על אותם הימים בימי בלעם הרשע, שאלמלא כעסתי על אותם הימים לא נשתר משונאים של ישראל שריד ופליט. היינו דקאמר לבלעם לבלק מה יקרוב לא כבו כל. אותו היום או הימים לא זעם השם, אל זוהם בכל יום וכמה זעמו, רגע שנאמר כרגע בפוך, האם ברצונו וגורם. אי באיתם עליך מבוא בחדריך וזכור דלתך בעדיך, חבים כמעט רגע עד יעבור זעם, אימת רתח בתלת שעי קמייתה, כי חבר הקרבלת דתרנגולה. כל שדה ושתה נמי חיברה, כל שדה ושתה היית בסורי כסומקי, האיש שתה היית בסורי כסומייקי. Story. ההוא מינה is one of the Amoraim. I want to use that sign. So it is a certain heretic. The Hava B'Shivivutei de Rabbi Yoshua ben Levi. That he was with Rabbi Yoshua ben Levi, his neighbor, who will upset him instantly and increasingly challenge the legitimacy of all the Torah verses. דאבה כמצר לי, יום אחד נקית תרנגולה ואסר לבחרב אותי ואמר כי מתי הושעת אילייתי. The rooster tied by its leg, and I sat and waited, and I used that moment to curse. כי מתי הושעת נמנם, אמר שממינה לעבור אחרה. לכתיב גם אנוש לצדיק לא טוב, אפילו במיני דלוי בא אלא למי מרחי. תנא משמי דרב מאיר בשעה שחמה זורחת והמלאכים מניחים כתריהם על ראשיהם ומשתחווים לחמה מיד כועס. Because that's happened in the early hour of the day, God becomes angry at his world at that time every day. ויקום בלעם בבוקר ויחבוש את תחתונו, תנא משום רבי שמעון בן אלעזר, אברהם מבטלת שורה של גדולה מאברהם, דכתיב וישכם אברהם בבוקר, שנאה מבטלת שורה של גדולה מבלעם, שנאמר ויקום בלעם בבוקר ויחבוש את תחתונו. So you say the same terms but use the opposite way. One use it for positive and one use for the total negative. אומר רב יהודה אמר רב לעולם יעסוק אדם בתורה ובמצוות אפילו שלא לשמה, שמתוך שלא לשמה בא לשמה. I love this Gemara. He said that a person should occupy himself in the Torah and mitzvot even if he does not do it so far for the purpose of really serve God, but for his own sake. Although engaging them not for the right purpose, eventually you'll do it rightly. שבשכר 42 קורבנות שהקריב בלק זכה ויצא ממנו רות, because of the 42 sacrificial offering that Balak brought, even it was not for the right reason, he has merited to have a descendants, which was the root, the foremother of King David. אמר רבי יוסי בר יהונה, רות ביתו של עגלון, בן בנו של בלק, מלך מואב הייתה. אמר לרבא בר מרי, כתיב וייטב אלוהים את שם שלמה משמך ויגדל את כיסאו מכיסך. ורחל הרע לממרא למלכה אחי, אמר להם אין כאמר לי, דילותם האחי תבורך מנשים מאלה שתחבר הרקנים, מנשים באוהל תבורך, נשים באוהל מענינו, שרה רבקה רחל ולאה, או אחרה לממר אחי, אלא מאין כאמר, הכנה ממאין כאמר. ופליגה דרבי יוסי בר חוני, דאמר רבי יוסי בר חוני, בכל אדם מתקנא. Three things a person is jealous. Chutz, the three are, it's important. Number one, mibno, a person will not jealous of his son. Vetalmido, meaning if he's a student better than him, you will not be jealous. Bno, mishlomo, because the servant of David HaMelech bless that Shlomo will be greater. And they will not worry that David will not like it. Vetalmido, how do you know that the person is not jealous of his student? That Elisha asked Eliyahu, his teacher, that he have double the portion of divinity than his Rabbi Eliyahu. Eliyahu agree and not jealous. Another option, which means when Moshe Rabbeinu, when Moses appointed Yehoshua, they said he laid his hand upon him and commanded him. So God commanded Moshe Rabbeinu to lay only one hand upon Yehoshua, and instead he laid both hands upon him with his great strength. So you see here that they are two important items that a person is not jealous, neither his son nor his student.